April should be a pretty good month for gardening, shouldn't it? All your spring flowers are out, hyacinths, daffodils, tulips. Then the trees start to be in bloom, and it's so pleasant to be out there with so many flowers around. The birds are chirping. The whole nature is coming back to life now that it is springtime. Is it springtime though? In 2021 we can't really tell at the beginning of April because temperatures have dropped back down to winter times. Winter keeps storming back in and messing up our gardening plans this month. I was thinking to do a little bit more on my balcony. If you watched some of my previous vlogs, you might know that here in the flat we have a very long and wide balcony where we can put a lot of pots out there, and I was planning to plant some summer bulbs now that I have still a little bit of time off before starting a new job soon. However, this winter that keeps storming back in has kind of changed my plans a little bit. Still, living in a flat means that I was already planning to do a lot of indoors gardening as well. And that's what we are going to talk about in this vlog. Welcome to my vlog. My name is Katarina George. I'm a writer and a vlogger, and here I publish vlogs about lifestyle, about my Romanian heritage and about traveling. Today's vlog is going to be a lifestyle vlog because I'm going to talk to you about my April gardening, which includes planting herbs. I've already planted a pot of basil, which I really love having fresh in my kitchen for sauces, for salads, for meatballs. Romanians love their meatballs, and basil is one of those very nice herbs to add to any type of meatballs, even to the meat-free meatballs if you're a vegetarian or a vegan. Now, as I said, I want to plant a little bit more herbs for my windowsill. I was thinking of mint, for example, and oregano, and maybe parsley as well. Parsley is again one of the herbs that we use a lot in Romanian cooking. And by the way, if you enjoy cooking yourself and want a little bit of inspiration and motivation even, because we can motivate each other as passionate cooks and bakers, go and check my Instagram account as well, where I'm present as Land Inside. I'll put it down here because there I also publish a lot of photos with whatever I'm cooking this week that I'm really enjoying, and I'm really pleased of how it turned out. Now let's go and talk about this April gardening that we can do, maybe with some adjustments to the weather or regardless of the weather. As I've just told you, I already planted my first basil pot for this year, which lives on the windowsill here in the kitchen. This window gets a lot of light in the morning and throughout the day, and it's a really ideal place where to keep pots like this. It is where my first cactus flowered here in the flat. Now I moved that cactus on a little coffee table by the balcony doors here in the lounge just to make room for my herb pots. I will keep them here while the weather is still very chilly out there, but later on in summer I plan to have more of them, maybe even hang them over the balcony rail. My flatmate, she loves to have them around, but she's not very into gardening herself and she doesn't have the confidence to keep plants alive yet. So who knows, maybe I'll inspire her in time as well. And yes, that balcony will be filled with pots and herbs and everything. I even intend to try and grow tomato plants here as well. But now let's go back to my basil planting last week. I went to my partner Adrian's in the countryside to get some dirt as a base for all of these pots that I'm going to plant around. I have some seedlings and seed compost still from last year, from when I planted a lot of them, and I successfully grew basil and parsley on the windowsill back there in the countryside. So I have some of that compost which has the necessary for good drainage. I mixed it a little bit with dirt and then just used the compost on the top layer of my pot. I just picked up some basil seeds and just spread them around, watered it nicely and gently as not to disturb the seeds too much, and that was pretty much it. Then I took the pot, put it here on the windowsill and left it there. Now, only a few days after this, by coincidence, one of the channels I follow on YouTube by West London Gardener, if I remember correctly, sorry if I mistook the name, I'm going to correct myself in writing, but I think I remember it correctly. So West London Gardener, she had a recent vlog about planting basil by coincidence. So I took her advice for people who do not have a propagator, as I don't have a propagator. Still, the space here in the flat is a little bit, you know, restricted or restrictive. So she said if you don't have a propagator, what you can do is just use a little bit of cling film and cover your pot on top to retain the moisture and the warmth, and that will help your seeds to grow into seedlings. Being in the kitchen now with you gave me an idea. Why don't I introduce my recently baked cake to you? Because like I said previously, I've been furloughed and I was actually waiting to start a new job this coming week. I just went through one of my recipe books, my recipe notebooks actually, that I have handwritten back in Romania before moving to the UK. I've copied my favorites out of a huge stash of recipe magazines that I used to collect in Romania. And this is one of those ones. I've adapted it a little bit. It's cocoa sponge, cheese, orange gelatin and chocolate cake, layered cake. And I will put the recipe for this cake on my website landinside.co.uk this weekend, even before this vlog is released. Then maybe I will make a vlog about cooking it, because it was really nice to make. It came out really good, and that's something that, as I said, I want to share more with you in my lifestyle vlogs in the future. So stay tuned for a vlog on this, and why not let me know in the comments below if you'll be interested to watch such a cake baking vlog. Now that I've shown off my first basil seedlings for this year, as well as my layered cocoa sponge, orange cheese and chocolate cake, it's time for us to go further with this vlog and do the next step in April gardening in a flat, which will be to plant some more herb seeds. I have to decide whether to do another basil pot. I just love basil, and my flatmate as well, she cooks a lot of pasta, so fresh basil in her sauces would be very nice. But still, I love lamb as well, so maybe some mint, some oregano. Now this will need a bigger pot later on, so it might have to move on the balcony. We'll see what we're going to plant together today. I'll invite you with me on the balcony. It is pretty cold out there, but I will brace myself against the weather, and I'll invite you with me, because you will be watching this vlog anyway, I hope, from the warmth of your house. And then the next and the very last step in this vlog will be for me to show you the plant, the very first plant that I have in my bedroom. What did you think about the way that I move my furniture around here in my bedroom? If you've watched any of my previous vlogs, or if you haven't, you can go and watch them after we just wrap up today. I had my chest of drawers here, and then the little bedside table was there by the bed, and my makeup huge bag there as well. But it felt a little bit more restricted around here. I didn't have such good access to my balcony door, which now is just a lot better. I can just move around and even pull my curtain over the balcony door a lot more. But that wasn't the main reason why we're here for wrapping up this vlog today. This is the main reason why we're here, because this is my little peace lily that I bought from the supermarket nearby, which is Morrison's. I'm saying the name of the supermarket because I am personally very pleased with it, and my beautiful peace lily came from there, and Lily is a girl's name, so I will say that it is a she. She's just thriving in this pot that I bought from my favorite gardening center, from Dobby's, which again I'm very happy to just name because you might get interested as well if you're not already a fan of this gardening center. So she's doing so well in here, and I'm so happy to have her in my bedroom. Although the space is more restricted in here, I might find a way to get more pots in my bedroom as well. And that is something that we can always do indoors in a flat, regardless of the weather outside. All we need is just to find the plants that will fit in the space that we have, and then just crack on with it. Because having something just growing, something alive that will grow and thrive around you, will always have a really good impact on your mental health. It helps me. It just helps me be a little bit more grounded in life and everything, because the way that we live in today, so urbanized and very, in such a deep capitalism where everything needs to be production orientated and so abstract in the end, just cuts us off from natural life and from the natural rhythms of life, and that can have such a negative impact on our mental health. But little beautiful flowers, plants like this one, can just do so much to add a little bit more mindfulness, a little bit more fresh energy and joy in our lives. Now that was what I wanted to share with you today in this vlog. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. Also subscribe to my channel for further such content in my next vlogs. Also, if you'd like me to show you any of my recipes, to do a little bit more cooking vlogs here, let me know in comments below. For now, I'm going to say ciao, and until next time.